Okay, more homework help. Let's look at number 11 here. They said to use synthetic division to determine if it's a zero. Remember, there are three ways to figure out if something is a zero. You can just plug it in if you want. That's how you spell C. If it equals zero. You could also do synthetic division, which is what they tell you to do. And you're looking for a remainder of zero. Or you could actually use your calculator and see if -4 is on my XYT table and that 0 is beside it. We are going to use synthetic division since they told me to, but you do have these other options as well. So I'm going to put -4 in the box. I have 3, 11, -6, and -10. 3, 2, 1, and the number. Skip a line, drop a line, have a party. You multiply, you add, you multiply, you add, you multiply, and I already know the answer. There's a remainder, so it is not a zero. You will need to show work on those on your test. Oh, 4i. Well, some of the methods would be out now. Can I plug 4i in? The answer is yes. You actually can plug 4i in, and I'll show you in a minute. We can do synthetic division, but you cannot find this one on your calculator. So let's put 4i in the box, and that's what they told us to do. We have 1, -2, 16, and -32. We skip a line and we draw a line. And we have a party. 1 times 4i is 4i. 4i minus 2 is just 4i minus 2. Well, sometimes you have to write on the side. 4i minus 2 times 4i, you'll have to distribute. That's 16i squared minus 8i. Well, 16i squared, that's the same thing as -16 minus 8i. So when I multiplied them, I got -16 minus 8i. When I add them, the 16 and the -16 cancel, and I get -8i. -8i times 4i is -32i squared, which is the same thing as +32. And when you add it, you do get a remainder of 0. So 4i is a 0 of that function. Now, I said you could also plug it in if you would have wanted to. And what would that look like? If you plug 4i x to the third in, you should still get 0. 4i to the third minus 2 times 4i squared plus 16 times 4i minus 32. You would have to take the 4 to the third and the I to the third. And 4 to the third is 64. I to the third is the same thing as I squared times I. So that's -64i. Here, you would have to do the similar thing. This will be -2 times 16i squared, which would be -2 times 16 times -1, which will be +32. 16 times 4i, well, guess what 16 times 4 is? You guessed it, it's a +64i, and then you have the -32. So everything will simplify out, and it will leave you with 0. So you could plug it in, or you can do synthetic division. Okay, how about to check another fraction? Well, we can do it. Just put -3/2 in the box. Beside it, we put the 1 for the x cubed, 1/2 for x squared, 17/2 for x, and -9/2 for the number. Skip a line, draw a line, and have a party. It just might not be as fun. 1 times -3/2 is -3/2. When you add those, if you need to use your calculator, you can, but I don't think you'll need to. You just add the numerators. It'll be -2/2, which is just -1. -1 times -3/2 is +3/2. You add it, the denominators are the same. It's 20/2, which is 10. 10 times -3/2, you might use your calculator there. 10 times -3/2 is -15. Add it. You don't even need to add it because when you take -15, you can see that it's not going to give us 0 with a -9/2. So it is not a 0. Okay, they want us to factor this polynomial. Well, they tell us to factor, they don't tell me anything about it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to type in y equals x to the third minus 8x squared plus 5x plus 14. What am I going to do when I type it in? I'm looking for zeros. If I can find the zeros, then I can find the factors. So let's go ahead and type it in. X to the third. Okay, y equals x caret 3, get out of there, minus 8x squared, plus 5x, plus 14. Remember, I'm looking for 3, but as long as I find 1, I'll be okay. Because if I can find 1, I'll just divide. But look, it looks like I'm in good luck. I see that negative 1 is a 0. Let's jot that down. 2 is a 0. What else? I might have to scroll up or down to see. Maybe down. There it is. The last one is 7. I'm looking for 3, and I found 3. So now, when I go back to my question, I know the zeros, so I can write the factors. The factors, you would change the signs. So you have the parentheses. Make sure we're using the correct letter here. X, instead of minus 1, it will be a plus 1. Oops, what did I do there? Instead of a positive 2, it'll be an x minus 2. And instead of a regular 7, it'll be an x minus 7. What are those solutions? We already found them. They're the zeros. So you just change the signs. They should have asked that in the opposite order. Negative 1, 2, and 7. This question will definitely be on your test, and it will be worth 6 points, 3 and 3. It should be easy. It's a calculator question, as long as you know what to do. Okay, you do this one the exact same way. X cubed minus 9x squared. Let's see. So this time it's minus 9x squared. Oh, sadness. And then it was plus 11x plus 21. Let's look on our table. There's one at 3. There's one at 7. Here's that last one. Wrong way. Negative 1. So I have 3, 7, and negative 1 as my zeros. So then the factors, you would just change the sign. Minus 3, x minus 7, and x plus 1. Put in those solutions. Zeros and solutions are interchangeable vocabulary. Same thing. Okay, you'll do the same one on question 16. I don't want to type another one in. And then on 17 and 18, all you have to do is graph it. They're telling you to use the remainder theorem to find the zeros. You can just type these into your graphing calculator though. Make sure you pay attention to scale and really zoom in to make sure you see where those zeros and x-intercepts actually are.